All right, everybody.
This was yesterday. You were like,
I was here yesterday.
okay, so that was that. So let's get rid of
I
that.
was here yesterday.
Let's get rid of that. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday and last week. I had done one. Then I had a fool
This
with
was
the
yesterday
cat.
also. So let's get rid of these. This was February 22nd. This was a bunch of nothing. And again, a lot of nothing. This was the 15th. So, okay, this was a good service. 1 hour and 8 minutes. Unless you were playing. Yeah, okay, wow, okay, so this 43 minutes into it.
That was me playing
Okay, that's you playing.
because I didn't think we were wrong.
Now she breathes on her own, even though she has the trach and stuff like that.
Fire thee.
Good church leader, good church leader. Let me explain something to you. He did that, he did that, he did that, he did that, but everybody.
So here's a good one, February 8th.
Something could be at the wrong time.
Okay, so you got a good one here.
Yeah, we go talk to the prostitutes in Kensington. Me and my wife, we pray for them. We lay hands on them. That is the work. It's sinking.
I know that he is living, whatever men may say.
And Gary said, no, that won't happen. And I said, it will happen. And he said, no, it's in their constitution, they have to come here. And I said, that's what he said. And I said, well, I don't know if the constitution can be amended or not, but it's not gonna happen like that, in my opinion. And I said, who manages it? He said, well, I'm on the board, so I manage it. So I'm gonna make sure that they follow the constitution. And I said, well, you can do that, but everybody has their own free will. And my opinion is that they're going to go to other
Do what they
churches.
want to do.
And he said, well, that's not gonna, the
Well,
way.
you're talking to a brick wall. Brick wall.
It's okay.
You're talking to a
Everybody-
brick wall.
everybody has an
And you know
opinion.
what? If you let it bother you, it's on you. Because there's people like that out there, no matter what you tell them, they know better. No matter what it is.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
And they exist, and we have to deal with them.
The only reason why I said that to Gary was under the assumption that there would be always 10 people there to count on. And I said, you can't count on them because they're out looking for a new life. And they might not necessarily think of Lower Skippack as their new church. They're looking for more of a progressive, contemporary, new church. And it's not that. And he said, no, it's not the reason, that's not why they're really coming here. Okay.
You preach it.
God bless you.
You preach it with love. It's, I know what he's like now. I had no idea he was like that.
He's a nice
Until I
guy,
got into
but
it,
it's, again, I love them both dearly, him and Gail, but they just have a different
They're a
viewpoint.
little weird. I'm gonna say right now, they're a little weird. They're a little weird.
That's okay. They feel that, they want to protect Lower Skipback, and they want to make sure that this church holds certain traditions and doesn't change certain traditions or values or whatever the way is. But that's okay. That's one of the reasons why Dawn and I and Amber, Dawn's sister Barbara left, because we
You know what it
saw
is?
the way it was moving, and we didn't, I mean, not that it was wrong, we just felt we were looking for more of a church that had an outreach program, different types of venues and things that they do, and more of a sort of a friendly, warm, welcoming worship team, and younger. And that's why we left and went to Living Faith, because it had all those elements. Not that this church has anything wrong with it. It's just, it didn't have the things that we were looking for. Kind of like a job. You know, when you go for a job interview, you look to see if this job had a good fit for what you want to see in a job, right?
Even if you're buying a house.
Even if you're buying a house, right?
Whatever it is.
Or you're going to a movie. Or you're going to a movie. Is this the right movie for me?
Right.
All those things.
Exactly.
And it's just,
Yeah.
it has changed, so we didn't feel it yet.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something what happens, and I feel it myself being old. You get set in your ways, and it's going to